the W community.
We're live.
It's not really working out. Yo, live. I'm getting saltine and frosting ready, so I'll be reading chat in a moment. Let's get that live feed going. Alley-oop. All right.
All right, let me tidy up. Maybe get a drink.
Hey, yo, tomato. You is speed. Dude, rhythm is so hot.
Oh, yeah. Thumbnail?
Oh, you made that your thumbnail? Oh. I don't know. She's just basically an alternative universe Topaz. A what? Farina. I mean, colors, sure.
Yeah. I need a different.
Tonight, we continue Duet Night Abyss. Or, he does. I've unlocked co-op. So I'm just going to be waiting here and reading chat. So,
hello, tomato.
you know how in Genshin you get the free shingling after doing like the 3rd floor of Abyss?
Yeah.
That kind of looks like the same requirements for Lisbel.
I mean, that's what I figured.
Do the 3rd floor of this game's version of that.
I'm curious. Think there was a timer to that content?
Timer? No. It looks permanent.
No, I mean like
literally
timer to like completing the content.
I don't think so.
You can't talk to me how beautiful this is while I'm getting shot at. I think they want you to buy Psyche.
You see, I thought so too.
Oops. You reinstalled Stellar because of my video? Sweet.
That's right. Log in, press auto, and then leave. Gaming.
What? You don't like it? Don't play gacha. You don't like it? Don't play gacha.
As a matter of fact, I'm not playing it.
I said don't play gacha. Hello, Amy.
Other gacha have like more content going on. Never mind. We're not going to have this conversation. It's just because we literally just started the stream. We don't need chat as they're coming in to see that the stream's been live for literally 3 minutes and have a conversation that feels like it's been going on for 3 hours as they come in.
Not going anywhere near Stellar. That's fine. That's fine. It's not for not every game is for everyone, and that's the important thing that people need to understand. Creators specifically like the more volatile creators, is they need to understand that not every genre needs to appeal to them. But because they don't understand that, we get shit like Arknight's Enfield, where it was going to appeal to an audience that didn't really have a game to call their own, and then that didn't happen because people bitched. Hello, Taito.
I was gonna quit. I was so ready to quit Chaos Zero Nightmare this morning. I launched the game, had my 10,000 currency, and I said to myself, all right, well, the way I convinced myself to quit any of these games is to blow all the currency. So I blew all the currency on the standard banner. But then a problem happened. I got Veronica, and I wanted Veronica. So now I have Veronica. And I didn't uninstall the game because of that.
Oh, you got Fiona? Oh, nice. Or Flora, sorry, Flora.
You want to try that again?
Flora.
Oh, you're talking to chat, not me.
Yeah, I'm talking about chat. Hello, Arsene.
I was about to lose my mind.
Oh yeah,
Hello there.
Oh, you took.
Oh,
I
wait,
I
God
see you took the D's nuts off. So,
They were still blocked for me, by the way.
well, I saw them on top chat, but I've swapped to live chat though, just in case. Hello, Games Go Burr. You pulled the BDSMCZ. Wait, I thought that was the one people like. With
Yeah,
like
that's,
her arms
that's
tied.
Chizuru.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've yet to use her, like, at all.
That's understandable for someone like you. I mean, yeah, Amy, the combat for Enfield does seem different, but I don't know if the new changes will hold up in the long term for like the when put together with the original intention and foundation of the system.
You say a majority of people didn't like it. The correction is that it's a majority of people that opted into the tests. Okay?
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other thing.
You're not even necessarily working with your targeted market. You're working with the market of people willing to go out of their way to discover a new gacha game, and B, a new gacha game that so happens to have a test that you need to jump through all these hoops to get into. So that really is not representative.
Yeah, you're just looking at some really hardcore gacha gamers who are willing to like sign up for like closed tests and betas. So who's to say that what they want is representative of like what a general audience would see appeal in?
Well, no, not even general audience, a target audience. You don't need
target
a general
audience.
audience.
A target audience that's not been tapped into. That was my approach from the conversation. How are we enjoying the game so far? I'm withholding my opinions about Duet Night Abyss until we progress some more.
What kind of game is Enfield at this point? I watched gameplay for 1 solid minute. It just wants to be Genshin/Wuwa, but it doesn't seem to have either of the things that make those appeal to either or. So it's just a third-person action combat game. That's really all there is to it. It doesn't have the emphasis on fluidity from Wuwa, and it also doesn't have the emphasis on, consistent back and forth, team play of Genshin.
It doesn't have the depth of Genshin.
I wasn't going to say that, because then we have to go all through the whole conversation of, like...
I said that as a joke.
Because I didn't say depth in one, but I did say depth in the other. We're not going to do that.
No, have fun. No, join in on the tribalism. It's fun sometimes. Why not?
The stream is 5 minutes in. I am not starting a duel to the death between 2 games.
There's nobody here you have to worry about, honest. This just doesn't feel right. Look at the powder kegs. Just get the powder kegs. I need to keep an eye out on what little Pokemon I want to have flying around with me. I know there's probably like a meta pick, but what if I just want one that looks good when paired next to Psyche? I might hate Hoyo games, but I'm down to hear you out. I think they're talking about you.
The thing is that I might hate Hoyo games, but I'm down to hear you out. Oh no, I'm willing to put my 2 cents in on anything. I just don't feel like it right now. Maybe ask him again in an hour.
Ask him 20 minutes from now.
Yeah, I'm just chilling right now.
Where did I get the powder keg? I don't recall picking one up.
You didn't. Just
hello, Makes 100.
Slap it there.
Hello, Geo Berserk. I tried to like this game. While it's cool once you get the story, get the characters you want, and do the story, there's not much left. I mean, that's the
like
case.
Every game?
Like every version every version 1 live service gacha, not gacha game. 1.1's on its way soon.
I have started to notice that. This is, if anybody remembers a couple streams ago, when I mentioned these games need to start Well, not Duet Night Abyss. It's not a good example because it doesn't have gacha. But the actual like ones with gacha need to shorten their like character release windows from like 3 weeks to maybe like 2 weeks, because I feel like there are way too many people who are probably like worn out on the the kind of like standard system of like waiting 3 whole weeks.
Is this
when
a good
there
one?
are other games
It's
that are way
3-star.
ahead of it. I don't know.
Hello, the
I didn't
Shadow
read the
Cat.
tutorial on it. I assume it's electric type. Are you going to use an electric character?
I mean, I'm gonna use Psyche. Isn't she electric?
I don't know.
She looks
What is
electric. She's got the electric
open
color scheme.
characters. Open characters.
Getting introns or dupes. Yeah, I figured as much.
Let me guess, the end game is just like Warframe. Just go fight.
I mean,
Or
my
wait for your
issue with the progression of Warframe was just the idea of like starting from scratch to level up a weapon just so you can change one slot affinity. I just thought it was stupid.
Psyche's arrow. That means win. You better literally just open up the character menu and then click Psyche and then see her elemental type at the top. Like, it's literally that simple.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. This is a new game to me. You know, learning the UI is an experience. You know.
Well, don't worry. You don't gotta go to.
Also, I can't exactly do that right now. I don't know if you noticed, but it says currently in combat.
Yeah. You know, I couldn't notice it until you told me about it. So thank you for telling me about it. I bought tater tots. I don't know if you noticed that. Should we like make those soon?
When I'm not working.
I mean, I can make them right now.
You know, I have like a 9 to 6 in the morning, right?
So you don't want tater tots.
If I eat tater tots, I'm not going to be able to sleep all that well.
Bro, these Paimon characters.
Also, I don't trust you to cook tater tots, if I'm being honest.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I like my fries and tots soft. You like them like on the crunchier side.
I guess that's fair. Well, no, soft, like less crunchy tots can be fine.
Yeah, but it's a delicate process.
You know what? Fuck it. They're my tots. I'm making them for me. Or at least
Cool.
I'm making half the bag.
You're gonna eat all those yourself tonight at this hour?
I said half the bag.
All that at this hour?
Yeah, that's fine. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with
Burnt tots is wild.
that? They're not burnt, idiots. They're just a little crispy. Okay?
You think it's a bit too soon to believe that Hoyo will start accelerating power creep after Dialin? Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, I think it's early for like power creep for like Astra or Yuzuha, but it's the idea of the trend starting. Is this in reference to Average Luck Gamer's video about pulling reruns? I have a feeling this is in reference to Average Luck Gamer's video on pulling reruns. Yeah, I figured as much. So I had just watched that video at like the tail end of my shift at work, and I'm working on the outline of a script to respond to that video actually.
Oh, I'm not muted. Shit!
You're muted now, I guess. I might. I'll probably have like that video. I think that's gonna be the next video I'm gonna work on. I'll probably have that out like in the next 2 or 3 days since I have my days off after tomorrow. So after I have the opportunity to mentally just crash for like several hours after I come home from work and then maybe do something that night. Wouldn't reruns be good for people trying to Mindscape characters? So what kind of upsets me about the conversation about like reruns and everything is that it seems like nobody wants to have a conversation about pulling Mindscapes. It's like we're only talking about like characters in any of these games from the context of pulling one copy and no signature. We're not talking about duplicates. We're not even talking about signatures. We're just talking about just pulling the characters. And I think we at what point in a game's life cycle can we start having a conversation about like and expecting or maybe hoping like players like start pulling duplicates for characters? Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What sauce do you use for tots? You have to ask him. He's the one making the tots.
I don't really have
Free-to-plays can't afford Mindscape motherfuckers are the same ones who pull every single agent then complain about having no resources. Yeah, sounds about right. So
I don't actually have my preferred sauce on me right now.
So
that's a shame.
The only
I got one.
Great. The only counter argument I can see about the conversation of like pulling mindscapes is like some far-flung future where eventually you can't pull any more mindscapes, or the mindscapes in question, be it like Mindscape 3 or 4 or 5, because those are usually like low-value mindscape pulls in the grand scheme of things. So, like, there would be a conversation to be had where there's only so many valuable mindscapes you can pull for before it's just not worth it, and you should just try and pull for something else. I can understand that, but that's like a very far-flung conversation. And in my opinion, we should just be asking for buffs just more often, because in combination with mindscapes, hopefully buffs will be really, really good in theory. Are you talking right now? I can hear you in the other room.
God damn it. My favorite sauce for tater tots. The answer to that question is the breakfast salsa packets from Taco Bell. Or just any, like, salsa equivalent that's, like...
Oh, I guess, yeah, that is an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you to get away from my sweetie. Wait, she kind of looks a bit... Wait, he kind of looks a bit like you.
Gets smacked in the face.
Oh. Is this an after image that just detonates?
I don't exactly have my preferred salsa, like, in copious amounts. I guess I'll just use salsa verde. So yeah, that's what we're gonna eat our tots with, salsa verde. Salsa verde.
I don't have enough meter for this, do I? Oh, no, okay. Okay, good. Spatial control is up and down, as I would thought.
I think I might get some Sanby copies as well, Taito. I'm not completely settled on that idea, though, just yet. Just have to wait and see.
I need to get back into the groove of, like, dashing for dodge frames. What am I aiming for?
You're not aiming at anything. That was just, your ult doesn't have, like, a combat component. It's just, wow, you had only 30 HP. How the hell did you fuck that up?
Oh, I'm almost dead? I didn't even realize.
Oh, her ult drains her HP. Okay, I didn't for that.
That's a shame. Do you want to get that gash treated, buddy?
It's a tattoo.
Hello, Jahan Harvey. An M1 Astra hurts no one. But yeah, an extra mindscape of any support is incredibly good value.
Oh yeah?
Where are you going with this? Where are you going with this?
I just said, oh yeah.
Also, if to go back to the conversation about, like, horizontal versus vertical, in my personal opinion, the conversation of horizontal versus vertical, I think it's always a grass is greener on the other side. Everyone at one point or another will get their comeuppance, because nobody is going to make the 100% perfect pulling decisions whether you are doing vertical or you're doing horizontal. At one point or another, everyone will get fucked in at some point.
Vanessa.
And the only solution really is just to spend money, which is something not everyone can do. And because of that, and obviously because of people's own personal value propositions, that solution is almost never in the conversation for obvious reasons. Hello, Vanessa. Like, for example, You could say, for example, you could say for my account, since I pulled every anomaly character when they came out, and I pulled Yanagi on a rerun, my account was vertically investing in anomaly. But because of that vertical investment, I was not ready when the Defiler came out. So I needed to then horizontally invest and pull other characters. So I pulled characters like Trigger and pulled characters like Evelyn. But if I were to hypothetically start spreading out my account again, there could always be a possibility that like more anomaly characters come out that I choose not to get because, well, I already have so many anomaly characters, so I already have like the horizontal investment for anomaly. But eventually there is a possibility that strong anomaly characters will come out in like the far future, and then like content is catered around those very strong anomaly characters, and my older anomaly characters don't fit the bill. And then that's where the vertical part comes back in. Every time I hear the conversation of vertically invest in your units, I swear to God, every single person who talks about vertical investment, they're only referring to like skills, teams, and like godlike gear rolls. They never want to talk about vertically investing when it comes to like duplicates and like weapons. ZCC has better horizontal. Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one, Tomato.
Have you thought that the reason that they mention vertical in that sense and never about mindscapes because inherently the audience in question has a higher portion of people that can't spend as much because of that?
This 4-star looking ass.
Hello? Somebody there? I'm trying to speak to somebody.
Oh, you were asking me a question?
Jesus Christ, man.
What was the question? All right. You've got the bitching out of your system. What was the question?
Have you thought that the reason why people mention vertically in that sense of just gear and things you can do inside of the game and not through mindscapes or dupes is purely because they are acknowledging that the audience that they are mainly, pushing their content towards is a larger portion of people that cannot just spend money out in the open just like willy-nilly.
Well, of course.
So they have to appeal to the
that is why I prefaced by saying at what point in a gacha's life cycle can we then have the conversation about pulling duplicates? Version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5? Never? Because when I had this conversation with like Foxel and a few other people like about maybe a week and a half ago, their instinctive response was never. But the way they said it almost made it sound like they wish that wasn't the case. But they were kind of like speaking about like saying it in the context of like how the general public would respond.
I think people should actively talk about character dupes, at least bare minimum the first 1 or 2 dupes of a character, especially if it will drastically change how the character plays. I think the best example is Zhu Yuan, right? If you have Zhu Yuan's first dupe, I believe it's the first or the second. Basically, the one that gives you a unique passive where after exhausting all your ammo, you will get a refresh of like 6 or 8 rounds based on whether or not you did a chain attack or an ultimate. Like, this entirely changes the way you play the character. Normal Zhu Yuan, you run out of bullets, you're kind of, you gotta fuck around doing melee and stuff like that, and all these random other things. But if you have dupe like 1 or 2, you just completely get to ignore that part. You should absolutely be talking about dupes when it comes to talking about a character, because there's the perceived idea of this
Frontiers.
Like, Hello, Frontiers. There's the perceived idea of this character's most desired situation. And for Zhu Yuan, her most desired situation is to have so much ammo that you don't run out of ammo before the stun window ends, right? So if you have dupe 1, you will pretty much always be in the scenario where you won't run out of ammo even after that stun period ends. But if you don't have that dupe, I can't really say the same. I'm pretty sure you will run out of ammo and be on fucking physical melee damage at that point when you run out of ammo without dupes on Zhu Yuan. So that's the way I look at it. So at that point, your alternative for how you would play your Zhu Yuan is you would probably not just immediately start firing off all your rounds unless you have extra E energy, or if for some reason you have like an extra character you can wiggle in an ability in there etc., etc., etc. I always raise an eyebrow at people who glaze M1 Zuyuan. Just handle your ammo better. It's not a matter of handling your ammo better. It's a matter of not having to think about it. The vast majority of time in video games, period. This you can go back the last 20, 30 years, doesn't matter. The most powerful things in any video game, more often than not, it's either down to one of two things. One, ease of use, or two, high skill ceiling, high reward kind of deal, right? I think many of us can think of many examples of this, whether it's a PvE game or a PvP game. Handling your ammo is the fun part about playing Zuyuan. Yeah, well, I really liked her, and I just want dupes of her just because I liked her. So then, it's not like I can turn that off. It's not like I can turn that off and experience how fun it is to handle my ammo, because, well, I don't have to do that. Chain attack ends, I just hold left mouse button and just watch her shoot from a distance, and then swap back to Chingy. That's really all there is to it.
強くなったりしてね。ムクロになれるなんて超ラッキー。100人に1人の確率だもん。でもほとんどのカロン族はそんなに幸運じゃなくて、体が少し丈夫になるくらい。白い一尾の言ったことはほぼ正解だ。ムクロが特別なだけで、普通のカロン族は小型の英雄ならなんとか互角に戦えるかもって感じだな。
Does salting before or after you put them in the oven matter? I never really... It's been a while since I've done, like, tots in the oven or fries in the oven.
Yeah, well, games go burr, you're never... I'm not going to pull Lucy up, so I'm going to stick with the panda.
Ari, salt fries before or after oven? It's been a while since I've done fries
Salt
in the
after.
Oven. After, alright. It's been so long since I used an oven. The vast majority of the time, chat, I cook, it's on the stovetop. I am a big oven denier. I like having my food being on the stovetop and being able to micromanage it the whole time. But I'm not about to put frozen tater tots on the stovetop.
I've said before, in like the second video, I like the second or third video when I came back after my hiatus, is that one of the things that I was kind of hoping would get picked up on was how Tower Fantasy designed their characters, where you can equip characters after you pull them, and it would be independent of your weapons. But there were a few people disagreeing with me because that creates another problem, is like homogenized character animations. Though I disagree with that, you know, that's up to you. You know, do you want like your character to be uniquely animated, or are you just fine with just walking around with like specifically just the character in question and like hearing their voice lines and stuff? For me, I'm fine with that.
I mean, again, we only really have like Tower Fantasy for that example, don't we? Like, there's no other ones?
No, there's no other ones. Losing the 50-50 doesn't hurt that much. What hurts is getting a useless agent or just one you don't need or use. So here's the thing, Tomato. So here's the thing, Tomato, that I want to talk about, Tomato, is that the problem with quote unquote pulling smart is that can be turned upside down at any moment. Like, you could argue that pulling Yuzuha and pulling Alice was a great decision, but guess what happened? Version 2.3 happened, and the Defiler came out with so much anti-anomaly countermeasures that your smart pulling decisions to pull, like, the peak of Anomaly at, like, its peak all went to shit because in one game version, they turned everything on its head and hard countered Anomaly like crazy. And suddenly, your decision to pull Yuzuha and Alice was not as good of a decision anymore, because they immediately tried to hard counter it. Fujuan's still goated. I've got to be honest. I might honestly consider.
She's still decent, especially if you get Dupe 1. Dupe 1 is a massive game changer for any Fujuan owner. It just straight up gives everybody a 30% crit damage buff while the shield is active.
Fujuan? Oh, you're talking about HSR.
Yeah, Tomato's talking about HSR.
Frontier, you're an attack rupture main. Okay, so I take it Frontier, you hate it whenever Miasma Fiend shows up. And maybe Bringer. You run Miyabi, Yanagi, Vivian, Yuzuha. Please help. I mean, you have Yuzuha and Vivian, so I don't see what's the problem. I've heard people say numerous times that Miyabi, like, for some reason is just not a good matchup against Miasmic Fiend, despite the fact that the Fiend is not ice resistant. And I've been trying to like figure out why. Like, it just seems like there's like just some hidden design elements with the Fiend in particular that makes Miyabi annoying to use. Also, if I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wish if anything, I wish Yanagi was more on field. I wish Yanagi was more viable on field, because I really like her playstyle.
I still can't wrap my head around how the way her damage works. Like, do I want to... Like, how does using her E work within the concept?
Well, I know, Tato, I know the Fiend can't be frozen, but surely that cannot be the reason why Miyabi is not good against Fiend. Now, granted, this is coming from somebody who will never learn how to play Mono Ice, because I don't give a shit about Mono Ice. And if I'm being entirely honest, if nobody found out about Mono Ice, then I feel like Miyabi wouldn't have been so hard countered against in like future content updates. Like, if everybody kept a tight lid on it, or it was like very like held to your chest close information that only a few people knew about and didn't like whistleblow to anybody, then, you know, things probably would have been different for Miyabi.
It really depends on the character when we're talking about Honkai Star Rail, because, like, if you talk about, like, Dupe 1 Firefly, she will never burn a skill point on your team, and that is insane when you think about it. This character will never waste a skill point for your team, assuming they're in the empowered state. But then if you compare it to, like, the first dupe of, like, Maide, or Medemos, right? Medemos' first dupe it's just 30% damage on one move. It's completely inconsequential in like the grand scheme of things if you just have like a better team setup in general, comparatively. HSR recent MO scene has insane HP inflation. So true, brother. By the way, what was that unicorn mob? That like floating unicorn mob... That was, I think we fought it like twice in this game's version of like the story, and it's probably out there in the overworld as like an elite boss. What the fuck was that like seahorse thing? That thing had so much fucking HP. Fuck that unicorn. Yes! Wait, was that a dot encounter? Okay, it was a dot encounter. Okay, I probably should have realized that. I probably should have realized that.
How many times did you attempt that?
I just had to retry it one more time. That was a... The Moon Horse? Yes, but not the Moon Horse. It was the Moon Horse variant that is the, like, the mermaid creature things. So yeah, I should have figured it was a dot fight because it has, like, the mechanic where it'll advance its turn.
I'm getting
tired. I'm actually very satisfied because the Medemos and Cypher I had just recently got were able to clear that second round in time, despite having like a pretty shoddy first half with that unicorn. Because again, I didn't inherently know that I had to use dot, so I just tried to throw casters at it. But yeah, I'm very satisfied that the Medemos team and Cypher team worked exceptionally well against Fast Wolf Boy. Fast Wolf Boy? Fast Wolf Man. I forget the bosses in this moment. Brute Force with Archer? Yeah. Archer... I mean, Archer's just... I brought Archer in that wave for the, for fighting Sam. Since you can just burn, like, as many skill points as possible when Archer gets his turn on Sam right then and there, and Sam gets removed out of the empowered state.
Lip syncing is not good.
I didn't notice that when I was playing.
またどこかで冒険していたのかしら。白い狼の現れる森。それとも沼地の魔女の塔。
Yeah, we're talking about the horse that summons a bunch of ads. The mechanic is you have to keep hitting it to turn its missiles into ads, rather than having it be missiles and then it launches all the missiles. You need to attack it to advance its action, but even if you do it, you get hit by AoE and that attack hurts. Yeah, it did hurt. I remember somebody dying during that, but I have casters, so they just poop right back up. It was the one. It's like what I said a couple streams ago. It was like the 1 out of 4 times where like the character didn't immediately go back down after being rezzed.
Is she supposed to like eat this and not get sick anymore?
It was just cake as far as I'm aware.
Oh no, I thought the thing that he like stole from us, I thought he was just gonna give it to her. For it to not be feeble or something.
Brute force with Evernight? I don't really... Maybe I need to do an Evernight trial again whenever she comes back around, because whenever I read her kit, every time it's just like, okay, so you enhance summons and that's it. Like, personally, I don't see the value proposition. I'm sure it's there. I just don't see it. I need Smarkle, man. Archer without her feels so... Don't worry. Everybody knows there's going to be that new Sparkle they keep hinting at coming soon, so maybe you just need to get that instead, even though it's probably not going to function the same way. Hello, Agent Raph.
Oh, well, hello, Agent Raph, and goodbye, Agent Raph.
Good night, Agent Raph.
Yeah.
May you sleep a beautiful sleep.
Oh wait, I did miss them when they were initially messaging. Well, shit, my bad.
Did they initially message?
No, they messaged like a few times.
Yeah, they were talking about they joined in the dupe conversation. We didn't like just specifically name them though. Imagine not pulling Sparkle on her release banner. Well, when you think about it, if they then pulled Robin and or Sunday anyway, then can you really blame them? Like, let's be honest, Sparkle is a very hyper-specific usage in the current state of the game. Even back when Sparkle came out, I was more of a Bronya believer. Because back then, the game's balance wasn't so borked. Like, skill point management was much easier back then. You could just use Bronya. You genuinely didn't need a Sparkle unless you were just sucked at skill point management. Just straight up. If you sucked at skill point management, that's why you need that Sparkle, okay? But then, we're in it is a different star rail than what it was a year and a half ago. Now you've got to be doing your maximum capable damage every turn, twice a turn. Alright, bro, do you like the rerun system of HSR they have as of this moment? You mean where they occasionally will rerun 3 characters at once? Yeah, it's fine. I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
I think at some point we need to have a conversation about like lowering the cost of like the relative cost of getting a character on rerun. Like either just straight up slash the price per pull on rerun banners, or just straight up let you directly purchase these characters. I know this is gonna like open a can of worms of like where people are gonna make arguments of, well, then there's no reason to pull characters when they debut, just wait for their reruns or something when they're at like a reduced price. Well, yeah, I think that's reasonable personally. That's like the whole, isn't that like the whole point of like sales and like depreciation of like merchandise and stuff? Is that people wait? Is that if you wait and you're patient, you are rewarded by being offered something at a reduced price?
I love how everyone says that's such a good idea. Everyone here that's saying it's such a good idea is only thinking of themselves and is not thinking the reality of
some
if you
Chinese
really, really want that character.
some Chinese dipshit whale's gonna sue Hoyoverse or something. And it'll
No.
never happen.
That's not even close to what I was gonna say or think.
What
out
were you gonna
loud.
say?
If that's the case, I should have sued Mihoyo ages ago when I tried to get my Mona initially. Anyway, I was gonna say is, but think of all the money that the fucking devs could make off of the guy that really, 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 really wants insert character here, even though it's 3 years after and that character is just not as relevant anymore.
And this is why I'm glad that the gacha games, I only play one mainstream gacha game, and that's ZCC, and all the other games that I play are like small scale, like Stella, Sora, and Girls Frontline 2. Girls Frontline 2 during its first anniversary right now, and it was also doing this 4 months ago during the Mimus Burners Loop story update, let you buy characters directly in like a bundle for like $45 to $50. And you know why girls
literally every patch.
Yeah, and you know why that happens is because Girls Frontline is like, in terms of success, is just much smaller than the big name games. So it actually has to do more by its player, do more right by its players to earn its paycheck.
I actually, you want to know why they keep buffing their characters? I think the dev team knows that they have an incentive to please their players for characters coming out in Girls Frontline 2. It's because it's the sequel. I feel like the dev team in Girls Frontline 2, part of the reason why they do the buffs is that they know that they're going to get a portion of people that have either played the game when it was Girls Frontline 1 or just happen to know of these characters, and they don't want the legacy of these characters to be shattered by the fact that they suck in a game that plays completely differently in the second version, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel like to a degree, it's not just they're trying to please their players, it's also they're trying to please the, you know, the legacy that they themselves built up from.
They're trying to show respect to like the IP as a whole.
Yeah, because, you know, if they make like Genshin 2, right? And then Raiden Shogun comes out and she's a tank. She's a version 1 tank. Like that in of itself would just shatter everything.
Okay,
that
begs the question then. That begs the question then, because Arknight's Enfield's first limited character is going to be
Arknight is going to be another example.
And this is Cert. This is Cert. This is Cert. Yeah. This is a very popular character. So
that's actually
it would be interesting to see if like Cert is going to get like the attention she'll need as in later game versions to try and like maintain the respect of like the Arknight's characters in the
exactly.
as a whole.
These games that had previous games.
She's a tank.
Oh,
she's a tank. Well, the dodge already killed her. Never fucking mind.
Unless they mean she's a tank to my Raiden comment.
Huh?
Maybe Surtur's an actual tank. I don't know. I thought I was making a Raiden comment, like if Genshin 2 came out and Raiden was like a version 1 character and they were a tank. That's what I was saying. I don't know if Arsane's talking about what I said or if they're saying Cert is actually a tank.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, they're talking about Raiden. That's what I'm saying. Like, my whole point was that I was using
Cert was a mistake. In what way, Zhao? Hello, Zhao, by the way.
Look at her dress. Look at the back of the dress. It looks weird. It like flows up like you got 2 kids carrying it from the back.
It just looks like a metal ring that just floats behind her. Okay, there we go. After the introduction of Cert, it just hyper boosted the bossing content for the rest of the game. You mean like it threw the balance for a loop? Like the game's balance was fine until Cert came out, and then it just kind of turned everything upside down? I didn't realize that Cert specific, like, of course Arknights at some point would have had like some massive shift in meta, but I didn't realize Cert was like the introduction of that.
Like from the original game? They can't be talking about a game that hasn't even come out yet, are they?
Well, Henrik is an NPC, obviously, so of course we're gonna kill him. Like, come on.
They're talking about Ochi.
I don't trust Henrik Ethelred. Well, this is why I can't really like take gacha stories seriously. Is that you can like almost tell immediately what character is like going to be the problematic one, because if whether or not they're a playable character. Like, I don't know why they keep doing this. Like, will we even be able to like actually kill Sibylle? Well, we're not gonna kill Sibylle, but are we actually like gonna like throw down with her in a meaningful way, or is she just gonna like turncoat and just to try and contextualize joining us?
I mean, again, it wasn't always this way. If you go back to games like Epic 7, they had no trouble making tons of the characters that are your favorite waifus be evil and then also be murdered in horrible ways.
Well, also like Epic 7's, I'm assuming like Epic 7's story is structured in such a way where it doesn't necessarily have to matter like if there's like narrative context for why these characters join you. Like for Genshin they always
never join you. They actually never join you. You don't have like a quote unquote people that join you.
Well, Genshin, what I'm trying to say is Genshin leaves like the relationships with the character and the traveler open enough to make it for some plausibility of them at one point or another exploring the world together.
Am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
化け物屋敷って呼ばれているのは私も聞いたけど、でもアウトサイダーはどうしてあの宿屋がそんなに気に。何回か一緒に仕事した若い月狩り人でハンターって名前のダチがいるんだが、一月くらい前から行方知れずになっちまったな。何日か前に俺はあの宿屋へ押しかけた。力ずくでも情報を聞き出そうとしたんだが、あいつは冷たく笑いながら言いやがった。空のために害を加えるカロンの末路は。
I'm just gonna bring the whole damn tinfoiled thing here at Tots over here. I'm not.
Prolova comes back tomorrow. I literally have 0 currency in Wuthering Waves. I did my like mini crash out in the Prolova pull video, and then I pieced out because
yeah, he already has Prolova.
Yeah, I'm not interested. I don't want to play Prolova because I don't like the idea of if I want like an optimal team pulling Cantarelia. I think Cantarelia is disgusting to look at. I don't want her. And also, I don't really care about Roshia either. And even if somebody has come out at some point for Prolova to, even if somebody's come out later on for Prolova to work, which I doubt it because it's Wuthering Waves, and Wuthering Waves' whole shtick of making money is by making you feel like shit, feel like your character's so shit if you don't pull every specific piece to a puzzle.
Has Aribo completed the quest yet? I've done more than that. I've unlocked co-op, so we're going to be waiting here until he's unlocked that.
We can't say damn it in this game. No, I remember the Mamma Mia thing. So when I started playing picked up Wuthering Waves again and played through all the story, when like some of the playable Roshia sections came up, I just started saying Mamma Mia at random, but my brother doesn't have the context for that.
Yeah, I don't have a context.
So I would just be randomly saying Mamma Mia just whenever Roshia was doing something for Roshia.
And if I was playing Roshia, I just kept saying Pero.
Yeah.
You know, salsa verde with tots is pretty good. Kind of hard to get the vegetable on here, but hey.
I want to have hot sex with Psyche, and I don't trust Henrik.
Left your home village. Your childhood friend is in danger. You're in an unknown town. You're missing an eye, presumably.
I know there's like an alternate form to the MC.
And you want to have sex
I know
with the girl.
there's an alternate form to the MC, and I think that alternate form looks much better than
Oh no,
this,
it looks
this
better.
shit. Like, this looks awful. When you hear Psyche, you think of the YouTuber. Yeah, I do too.
Who's Psyche the YouTuber?
He came out with this really unpopular video about Do It Night Abyss, funnily enough, that everyone dogged him on. Because he said stuff along the lines of, like, gambling is fun, and an argument against Do It Night Abyss. Like he was trying to create like these suggestions for like monetization systems for Do It Night Abyss that would improve it, quote unquote. And also, apparently, like, his 3 characters that he chose at the start, in the early game, one of them was Randy, and he was judging his experience with the combat systems based on that team, which included Randy, the MC, and, like, one other character.
Randy, the guy that stands still. Literally doesn't attack. Man, I forgot how good tater tots are.
Can I have one? Can I?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I'm coming over. Oh, you just have the whole thing?
Yeah.
Wait, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm. It do be a lot. It's
Wait.
half the bag.
How long you cook these?
17 minutes.
Wait, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Shit.
I said I wanted a little crispy. This is good enough.
Okay, one more.
Can we get an L in chat for when I offered in tater tots and he said no?
Fuck you.
I love that fuck you came through the mic.
Fuck all y'all. Man. This is some stupid shit.
That's probably the most chatters we've had spoken at once, like unique chatters.
Why don't you be the
in
fucking
one
content creator?
line.
Just say the quiet part out loud. Just say the quiet part out loud. Ari, I can command your audience better than you can.
Ha 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 ha.
I'm here to take the throne. Just one more thing you can take away from my life and leave me just with nothing but doing the fucking chores around the house.
Kind of wish I had a different sauce to go with these tots. The salsa verde works, but we could do better.
Oh, are you out of like salsa packets from Taco Bell?
Yeah, I only got one. I need to restock up. And by restock up, I mean like stuff 10 of them in my pocket.
I think you're gonna need more than just buy some like regular salsa.
No.
We gotta move
But by
shit.
regular salsa, by regular salsa, it's all like chunky and stuff like that. I'm talking about I want the breakfast salsa, which is just very thin. It's very diced, very minced, but you still get the salsa flavor from all that veggie.
Played Dylan. Oh, I take it Tato hasn't pulled Dylan yet. Yeah, if I'm being entirely honest, as fun as Dylan is and strong, I feel like I honestly could have just gone without her. And maybe just wait for like another stunner that might come out. Or like ideally they would just buff the stunners. Like they would buff Chingy and stuff like that. If I'm gonna be honest,
really like Dylan. 10 out of 10.
If I'm being honest, I would rather see what they could do with a buffed Chingy than anything else. Because I think Dylan
really like Dylan.
I think Dylan just does way too much. Oops. Don't worry, I just let off a firearm in a public place.
If you want my opinion of
Shit.
if I was to, like, reduce Dylan's effectiveness, I would just reduce her, like, days. Like, if you have a full bar of energy built up because, like, I don't know, you were on your DPS for an extended period of time, you can just full-on stun again immediately just by spamming your E. Like, that part probably needs to be toned down. Everything else is fine. But she doesn't need to actually stun as fast as other stunners on top of it. Just a little bit. Tone it down a little bit. Make it so you can't fully stun in 1 bar of energy. Because it's very easy to get 1 bar of energy back.
Okay.
Hello, Leone.
Hello, Leone.
先日の旅ガラスです。
何の用だ。夜が明けたらすぐに出て行けと言ったはずだ。
ヘンリックさんが欲しがっていたものを手に入れました。軍製のジムです。
直接持ってこいとは依頼していないが、アスフォデロスでカミラ・スカーレットに渡す。
私がよそ者なのは知っていますよね。アイスレイク城のルールなんて知りません。
Hey, if you're gonna ask anybody about buffing Chingy, ask the guy that's been playing him literally every day since they came out.
So,
You know,
didn't you respond though in my dial-in video about how you don't want them to change Xingyi in such a way where she becomes like more off-field oriented?
I do not. I absolutely do not.
Okay, well, I never said that in the first place. The whole point of Xingyi is supposed to be like the cream of the crop of on-field stunners. So obviously, like lean more into that with the buffs.
So again, you're choosing not to listen, even though we already talked about this before.
Okay, well then answer Arsane's question.
You didn't say that you wanted the character to be better. You said you wanted them to be in more line in how other stunners are played.
Yes.
What does that mean? How are other stunners
better.
played right now?
Be good. Be good.
No,
the other stunners are good. Chingy is not. Be good. It's that simple. Why are you looking into it so much? Why are you looking into it so much?
Because you used exact language. You didn't say be better. You said be played how other stunners are currently played.
Yes, as in she can be used. I said I meant her performance was in line with the other stunners. Her performance was in line with the other stunners in the context of, like, the ZZZ's combat design in modern day. We have some eerie music going on. Is this guy, like, dissecting children or something in here?
Anyway, Xingyi buff. How would I buff Xingyi? Well, if you want my honest answer, I would give Xingyi, one of the things I would do is I would give Xingyi more damage to elites and bosses. Because if you look at one core part about her dupes, her eidolons, 2 of her eidolons enable higher damage output for the team and also herself. Like, she has built-in damage boosts at max Idion, which is useless when you think about it, right? So, inherently, I would buff Xingyi's damage to enable her to still be a worthwhile option when it comes to clear times, because you crank out just a little bit of extra damage while waiting for that stun, right? And if you buff her damage, this will also incentivize or enable people who already chose to get a max Xingyi to get more value out of that. And I think that's like a happy medium. We don't have to sit here and contemplate, do they give her like 3 new attack moves? Do they increase her stun like effectiveness to the point where the enemy will be stunned in like 3 seconds? We don't have to talk about, oh, do they give her like some kind of blah blah blah. Just give her more damage. Like, unironically, just give her more damage, and that will like foresee a lot of issues done. Because she already has like a massive stun multiplier, so you already have like the team boosting in effect. She feels really good to play for like dodge gameplay and counterattacking and stuff like that. etc., etc., etc. She's already a very well-grounded stun character. She just doesn't have the numbers right now.
昨日のヘンリックさん、ものすごい形相だったけど。別に。ヘンリックおじさんはなんというか、少し口下手なだけなの。
I just want her enhanced basic to hit scan better. How are you missing it? It's a pretty hefty amount of lock on that. I only miss it when like I'm fighting Butcher and he jumps. Or like miasma priest and they're doing like some kind of weird telly.
みんな体調を崩していて、どこか具合が悪いの？大した病気じゃないの。ほら、昨日だって一緒に廃鉱山まで行ったじゃない？再起が平気っていうの。
I think the biggest issue is she doesn't have a good burst DPS to work with. She has plenty of burst DPS options. It's just that the problem is that when you opt into a Chingy, you're kind of opting into the stun or nothing, all in stun or nothing kind of playstyle. Versus say like a Trigger, where you just press the button and you just go and attack it with your attacker the whole time. And Trigger will just do her thing. Or Lighter, where his buffs are inherently more stronger because they're like defense reduction and stuff like that, which, as I said before, defense reduction or pen in these games is always infinitely more powerful than just raw damage boosting. Every time. And it's fucking annoying. Because you would assume, oh yes, 60% more damage. That probably is going to do a lot more than 20% pen, right? It's like what I said before. You can give somebody an ability that says 200% more damage, and they'll do only 2 more damage. But you give somebody 2 more pen, and they do 2 billion more damage. It's fucking annoying. It's so annoying. Star Rail's the best example of this. Why is every single 6 Eidolon, every Star Rail character 20 pen? Go look at your characters right now. Everybody that has Star Rail, go look at your characters. This is your homework. Look at the vast majority of DPS's 6 Eidolon. Topaz, 20 pen. Castris, 20 pen. Aglia, I'm pretty sure hers is fucking 20 pen as well. So many of them are just 20 pen. Meanwhile, like, you have a bunch of other examples of people, like, you know, increase damage taken by, like, I don't know, 30%. Or, like, increase their own self-damage by, like, 30%. Or, like, some value that's higher than 20 pen. And the pen always beats it out every time. It's fucking annoying. So yeah, that's what Lighter does that inherently will enable more damage than a Chingy. It's because he has the fire and the ice res reduction. Which I hope res reduction is the same as pen, because I'm not about to go over there and do the calculation for it. It'd be so much easier if it was just the same, so I don't have to think on it. I wish you could get 100% pen in ZZ, but you can only get 92% with Rena and a pen W engine and 2-piece. I'm not sure if like pen through those means is as powerful as it could be, but I'm not hardcore in the game as some of you other guys here, so maybe it is. Yeah, you want to know why Argentis is 30 and not 20? It's because he sucks! And that's coming from an Argenti fanboy.
銀貨3000枚にサインを入れた領収書だ。カミラに渡せば保証金の銀貨1000枚と交換できる。それからこいつ、このネックレスを持っていけ。銀貨1000枚の価値は超えるだろう。
わかりました。取引は以上です。別件ですが、もう数日屋敷に置いてくれませんか?
You did not seem to respond to me about that one.
入れなかったけど、有益な情報も入手できたし、アウトサイダーに会いに行こう。
I hope you had a good time talking their ear off. I was focusing on the story here. Because, hello, Dejin King. I'm live. I'm still live. No, I just started like hour ago.
Yo, we're still live. Yeah, we've been playing for 24 hours straight, and we have barely gotten anywhere. We suck at this game.
Yeah, I'm playing. I just got home from work like an hour ago, and I'm just playing some Duet Night Abyss before I gotta go to bed for an early shift tomorrow. I'm trying to lock in on the story because I realize if I want to like critique this game, maybe I shouldn't do exactly what I did yesterday and just kind of like brush off a lot of the shit. But thankfully, it seems like things are picking up anyway, so I'm not too worried about what I missed out on specifically. Like, who cares where the MC came from?
あの宿は療養所なのか。それならそうで隠すことはないだろうに。確かにカロン族はあまりいい扱いを受けてないが。
Oh, you were still at work as well? Oh, all right. I guess I'll let you know right now, Dejin, is my next because why not? I plan to make a video. My next video that I want to put out in the next few days is going to be like a response video to one of Average Luck Gamer's most recent videos. I'm still working on like the early stages of the script for that one, so it's going to be like a couple days. And maybe I want to spend that time those days off also progressing the new event content in Stellasora and probably just sink my teeth into some more Duet Night Abyss as well.
Yo, when's that Chinese nationalism video? Because we really need to tell every potential sponsor, fuck you.
I don't... It's on the back burner right now.
Sell out.
Sell out? How am I selling out by not... I don't have a sponsor.
Not yet. But if you do it, you will ensure you'll never have a sponsor. You'll never have Daddy Mahoyo or insert Chinese-based gacha game company here.
That's great. I don't care.
Sponsor you.
That's great. I don't care.
Because you're awakened. You are not tied to the matrix that is the Chinese government.
You know what? I don't care. And more than anything, I'll be glad that I'm not sponsored because then I can use that as an opportunity to virtue signal to people, hey guys, I don't take sponsorships. I'm a real one. I'm not a fake motherfucker.
Neighbor, I'm a real one.
Did you... Oh, were you really going for that?
I said neighbor. Don't worry.
Uma Musume? You're not talking about me,
yeah, because that's Japan. It's like the one. It's crazy how like into gacha gaming Japan is, but like they have like no gacha games. They had Princess Connect, which flopped hard on global. I think it's still going locally though. And then they had Uma Musume, which it's kind of a miracle that that one worked out. But let's be honest, like a huge part of that being popularized in the West is like the memeability of it, and then the antisocial behavior. Oh my gosh, these horse girls, they're so wholesome. Oh, Princess Connect was doing fine. Crunchyroll messed it up. I don't know what they did to mess it up. All I know is that it came here and it just didn't do anything. I tried it for like a week or two, and I didn't like the auto battling. Oh, I guess there's Fate Go. Is that Japanese? I would assume that's Japanese.
Is it Japanese?
Well, the Fate franchise itself is from Japan. I would naturally assume the gacha game is also from Japan. Is there any other non-IP Japanese gacha I've ever never heard of? I don't know what you mean by non-IP. I wish Europe was as much into Splatoon as Japan, because Japan has like an official Splatoon cast iron frying pan merch and Zool skateboard. Who is Zool? Do you know who Zool is? You're the Splatoon guy.
I don't think it's a who. I think it's just
Zool. Xool. Unless Zool is a brand. Grand Blue Fantasy?
I think they just meant cool. I think that was a typo. I think that just meant cool skateboard. Yeah, I figured. Nice job, buddy. Nice job, buddy. You managed to gaslight me. Cool. Or you almost managed to gaslight me.
Yes! Almost. Not there yet. The skateboard is cool? No, you mean Zool.
Don't make this a thing.
House, I'm gonna gaslight you.
I will not bring you back on these live streams if you make this a thing.
Okay.
Zool.
Roger.
Dumbass. See what I did? See what I did there?
Wait, did I say
see what I
cool
did
there?
No, no,
Did
I said
did
no.
I
I
say
said
a
no.
cool-
I said Zool there. I said
No,
Zool
no,
there
you
to
said
fuck
Zool,
with
but
you.
did I say okay cool?
I thought you said OKZ. I thought you said like Zool, like Z-U-E-L. Like you were trying to say Zeus with an L. Wait, hold
We're
on.
fucking with each other now.
No. Outlander. Cool. What is this? What's the notification for? Wait, why is there a notification for this? Is it telling me I'm capped? No, wait, no, there is no stamina in this game. There's just tickets. What am I talking about? Right, I forget this isn't a stamina game. Shit.
We're all unsubscribing if Ari Bro leaves, and I will never see you again because I'm not gonna pick up this torch. I'm not gonna start making videos. I've seen what this shit does to him. I value my free time.
What? I thought you considered yourself better than me. I thought you considered yourself better than me.
Yeah, I'm better at being worse than you in this specific instance.
Well, I'm just saying it should be so easy for you to cultivate an audience. Yeah.
Unbeatable came out today. Yes, I've had that game on my wish list for an extended period of time, and I'm looking forward to picking that up.
Unbeatable. Let me guess. Anime game.
It's on Steam. It's
The
just a
art
rhythm
style.
game,
Oh,
but it's very.
I was about to say the art style looks like it looks like that one game.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one game. Yeah,
They know what I'm
I
talking
know
about.
the one.
They know what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
I know the one. I know the one. That one.
Talk about. They know what I'm talking about.
Finally, someone knows it. I feel like I've been waiting 2 years for it. Like I feel like I put that shit on my wish list like 2 years ago.
Muse Dash. That's the name of the game.
Muse Dash? Kind of. Muse Dash is a little bit more color vomit.
I don't know. This one looks like it's got its fair share of color. Just a bit toned back, a bit washed.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it. Go onto Steam or just Google Unbeatable Game, and if you see a pink-haired girl with a tank top and some like baggy pants and a guitar, you found the game.
法制君同盟のメンバー3人が爆破計画を立てたって。そいつらを見つけたらスノーが教えてあげるね。先に犯人を倒してからグレートグローリーの
Jamie P, the person that made Kasane Teto music, I actually don't know anything about that.
Oh shit, it's my sister. She's here, and even though she's not supposed to be here.
Oh. I thought you were talking about our actual sister for a moment. I was like, wait,
No,
where?
Bernica. Isn't Bernica my sister?
Is she our sister?
I wasn't paying attention to the story. I wasn't paying attention to that part of the story.
I thought she was just she was like from the same hometown. Chad, is she our sister? I'll just look it up. Is Bernica Vita's sister? They're not sisters.
But why would I need to use the bounce pads? I can just run away.
It's just a map. Guys, I've been getting a lot of videos in my feed as of late of like gaming is like gonna be like fucking an expensive hobby soon.
I thought it's always been an expensive hobby.
No, even more than before because of like all the shit related to like AI infrastructure and like
Should have bought your
chips.
PC. Should have bought your PC before everything happened.
Yeah. Still sitting on this PC from like 2021.
And
Now,
it was
time.
giving you trouble for like a while though, like shortly after you got it. Like it was giving you trouble like a year in, wasn't it?
No, it was like 2 to 3 years in.
Okay, well.
Gaming doom posting? No. Gaming like part market
Market
problems.
crash?
Well,
or like accessibility.
Accessibility. One of the chip companies for making chips just completely announced today that they are leaving the general consumer market and focusing purely on infrastructure, like large corporation government scale shit, aka
They're just doing private companies.
Giant data centers, basically. Thank God I did buy my PC for the next 10 years a year ago, not now. Yeah, I should have upgraded. It's fucking annoying, man.
I think you just need to update your BIOS. Or turn off the overclocking.
I don't know how to do that, and that terrifies me.
I didn't know how to update my BIOS for my PC, so you know what I did? I looked up a video of how to do it. I was concerned while doing it, but I did it. It was over, and it solved a lot of my problems.
I just press on the box and turn the program on. Like I just can't wrap my hand around this shit. I'm not gonna try and doing that.
Heard RAM is getting pricey. Yeah, I heard that too.
Again, it's all because of AI. All because of AI. I'm not gonna turn this into an AI bad rant. I think all of us have our own opinions on it at this moment, and there's no reason to really get into it. We're just here to chill. Let's just complain about a gacha game, which is obviously the more important conversation.
Randy,
I love the occasional. It's like a fucking shiny Pokemon where you have like these gacha games with attractive characters, and then someone's named Randy. It's like Kevin from Honkai Impact. It's like, oh, what's your name? Kevin. My name's Kevin. It's like, oh, okay.
何者かが彼女を救出した。
Chat, I don't want to have an AI conversation. I don't think it's an entertaining conversation. I'm just going to get that out there.
すでにそのように手配済みです。さらに探索範囲も拡大しているのでご安心を。もし彼女をレゾナンスの所有者を手中に収めたとして、レゾナンスの力が完全に覚醒すれば。
If you want to talk amongst yourselves about it, you can. I'm not going to start banning people or anything like that or timing them out. I don't have anything I want to say on it.
帝国にとってその力は無。ならば、あの時と同じように。
Randy is a good-looking character with a badly designed kit. How dare you? Sitting in a chair and staring at your enemies is hilariously funny and an amazing design. For a game that isn't fucking Warframe. You're telling me you want a Warframe-style game to have a character that sits in a chair and doesn't kill 100 enemies on screen every 10 seconds? Like, who thought this? Who thought we're gonna copy Warframe? And you know what reminds me of Warframe gameplay? Standing still and not attacking. Who don't want to say anything bad about AI, so when they take over, you are good. Yeah, pretty much. No, I'm not glazing them though, so I won't be put in the higher echelons of society. I'll just stay a peasant. Just stay where I am. Alright, bro, you actually bought any character shards yet? No. I haven't bought any shards. I haven't bought any characters or anything. I've come to the realization that while I do want to just buy Rhythm right here, right now, it would probably just be more effective because, like, realistically, me and him are going to be playing this game consistently, right? Or sorry, correction. When me or him are playing the game, it's going to be together because we don't want to get ahead of each other. We've kind of already said off stream that that's what we want to do for this game.
Assuming the game allows us to.
Yeah, assuming the game allows us to, and it's not like...
And we're not just like constantly in situations where we have to progress content by ourselves.
Progress, play, that type of thing. Anyway. I've kind of come to the realization, if we're going to hold off playing the game until we're playing with each other, there's no point for me to get Rhythm right now when I could just unlock the piece of content that will get me the ability to get her fragments. Get the first 5 weekly attempts this week, and then get the next 5 next week. Since, realistically, it's like Nocturnal something is the game mode. I will probably unlock that game mode, unless it's like super, like, like a lot more hours later from where I am right now, I will probably unlock that piece of content before the week's over, do my 5 attempts to get my rhythm pieces, and then once the week rolls over, relatively in the same time period, just get the rhythm right then and there once it resets. You can realistically get her on a 1 weekly run. Yeah, here's the thing. I also... So I kind of read a little bit on how the system works, or at least I think how it works, is that you get the attempts from the weekly boss, and then you run like a mini dungeon, Diablo Immortal style. I could be completely wrong on this. So I'm just prefacing. I could be completely wrong. You get the things, right, from the weekly boss. Then you run attempts on rhythm, kind of Diablo Immortal-esque style. And then at the end, you might get 10 of her fragments as a reward, and you just need that to happen 3 times. I'm right on track? Okay, I am right on track.
What about weapons? How fast can you get weapons?
I don't know anything about that.
Because I prefer not to buy weapons if I can.
There's a chance to get 10 tickets in one run. You need 30. Yeah, that's the thing. But people kept saying, like, oh, it would take you roughly 2 weeks. So that would make me assume that, like, realistically, odds-wise, unless you're absolutely fucked, you might not get all 30 pieces in 1 week, because you gotta roll, like, it's like a 1 out of 6, 3 times out of 5, right? So realistically, that just might not happen. So, yeah, it might just take 2 weeks just because of that. Now, granted, only if you don't get the 10 drops. I'm speculating. I haven't done it yet. You don't need to craft weapons. You just need to get the blueprint. Here's another thing I'm kind of looking forward to with this game once we played a little bit more. Because it's not like actual gacha game, they have no incentive to make the weapons like, oh, this character can only work with this weapon type of deal. Or at least in theory, that's the case, right? So I'm gonna play rhythm, and I'm just gonna pick whatever fucking weapon I want. Like, some of the websites says her specialization is assault rifles and katana. I know she kind of has a signature assault rifle, but if I wanted to, I could just use whatever the hell I want. As long as it's not like some random thing that scales with a completely different thing, I could just use whatever I want. Weapons on average take less letters than characters in my experience. That's kind of what I want to go for. I want to see if I can just focus on weapons and then get, like, worry about dupes later. Weapons are more convoluted since you need the dungeon instance to drop 3 different drops for the blueprint. So Warframe. It's literally just Warframe. Everything in Warframe basically needs like 2 pieces.
Characters need 4 pieces.
Actually,
I thought everything needed 4 pieces in Warframe.
I'm pretty sure it was just 3. If you don't include the main blueprint itself. I'm pretty full from eating those tots.
I'm good after 3, buddy.
Well, at least I know I won't go hungry tonight. Which, as a aspiring millionaire with only $2 in the bank, you know, it's kind of hard these days.
It is, we are down bad, you know?
Yeah, so down bad.
So down bad that I could literally order a DoorDash at this moment.
I could order 10 DoorDashes in the next 10 minutes. So down bad.
I think tomorrow's going to be a Chipotle night, if I'm being honest. I think going Chipotle.
I don't like DoorDashing. I
don't like DoorDashing either, but but neither of us own a car, so this is the decision. These are the decisions we make.
I DoorDashed twice last week because I was sick for a whole week, and I was just like, I don't want to go out for food, just DoorDash it. So I DoorDashed twice. I did not like that. I felt like I got good value, like out of the things I chose, like considering the price and the convenience. But I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. If I can, I want to try and, like, you know, spend less, right? Just as much as I can. Just as a general life thing, right? But then ever since then, I'm just like, damn, that DoorDash order I keep getting is actually like really good value. I get like 3 entrees, 2 sides for only $23. But I don't want to keep doing it, even though it is actually good value, and it's not. It's like actually not that big of a difference in money. In theory, I could still save a lot more money if I'm just doing my meals myself.
Avian Spirit Trials. Isn't that the end game where you get her from?
I don't know. By the way, I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out how to like turn off the what's the little thing called that we have floating next to us? The genome? I was trying to figure out how to unequip it.
Oh. This right here?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
I don't want it.
I guess you're stuck with it.
Yeah. Was that mini Phoebe? It's basically Phoebe, yes.
Oh, yeah. Character right here, Truffle and Filbert? Yeah. Mini Phoebe. She's got a cosmetic. She's got a cosmetic in the gacha.
Wait, she can wear the Santa outfit?
Everyone can wear the Santa outfit.
Okay, cool, but like how is it still like
Still what?
Yeah, that is. Okay, at least it's a little bit more like tuckered in.
Tuckered in? Just spit it out.
By the way, holy shit, she has some insane thigh going on. Fucking Truffle.
Truffle?
Like the hips. What the heck? The lower body is like thick as all hell.
Just the pelvic region?
I don't want to say that when it's a child, but sure.
Okay, well, you want to have the conversation? I'm going to have the conversation. I'm not going to tiptoe around this shit. Motherfucker. Grow some balls down there.
Don't tell Vanessa that they're free.
Genesat would be proud. Shut up, Dejan.
So when are you going to be on your Blue Archive arc?
Why would I go on a Blue Archive arc?
Because I asked the question.
So you're retarded.
You know what was one of my favorite debate questions in high school? What is your favorite video game and why is it Slenderman? Just preloading questions is great.
You're like the why are you gay guy?
Kind of. Arcado does not play Blue Archive off stream. No, he does not.
I've never turned on Blue Archive.
For years he was saying, man, maybe I should try Azure Lane. And I kept telling him, if you try Azure Lane, I'll try it with you. To make you feel less awkward. And he never tried it.
Yeah.
Good.
Because Azure Lane is like fucking like chibi trash. Like
yeah, it's chibi trash.
Like if I wanna enjoy the characters, I know where to go. I know where to go.
Yeah.
And it's not the Azure Lane game.
You have tits the size of an aircraft carrier while being named an aircraft carrier. But then the gameplay, you look like this little chibi thing that's supposed to tell you the patch notes for this patch from like a fucking live stream. Who's Gelboro? Which character is that?
That's... I'm going to assume it's a porn site then. Gelboro is a mid website. Alright, Ari, which one is the premium websites? What should I know? I just go where it is. What? Crosswave is garbage, by the way, Tato.
Crosswave is garbage. It just lets plonk you in basically what is a flat area and go, like, run up to something and shoot it. Who's Gelboro, LMAO?
By the way, Dejin.
SS Gelboro.
Dejin, I wanted to ask you a question, by the way, because you've had your channel for a while. I'm curious, like, why is your subscriber count so low? Like, I want to know why. I'm curious. Like, do you think it just might be?
Are you about to flex on this guy?
I'm not flexing. I'm just curious. I asked Rezi about his subscriber situation like a while ago, and I've talked to Foxhole as well about it. I'm just curious, you know? Just do it for fun? Well, yeah, I can tell that you just kind of do whatever you just kind of want to make, kind of like Gabby Maru, but like what's the difference between someone like Gabby Maru and someone like you? Like you guys both just kind of just do what you please. Obviously, like, you're a lot more drama leaning than Gabby Maru. I don't want to be, what's the word? Presumptuous? I don't want to be, like, presumptuous or, like, offensive, but if I were to take a guess, I would say maybe it's, like, the accent, if I were to guess. I can't find a way to word that without it sounding offensive, because you can't necessarily like change your like speech pattern or stuff. But let's be honest here. Like there are creators that straight up just don't get a fair shake by viewers just because of some very superficial stuff. Like how many people choose to not watch or subscribe to Maggie because of her voice? Like that's another example.
People be shitting on my homie, Saint Tostitos. What is his name again?
He's just your typical Asian, like, in terms of like inflection. If you want to blow up, you just glaze woo-wah. But will people buy it though? I think that kind of like makes a question. Like, are you known enough in the space for people to like take your word at face value? Saint slander is always welcome. Hello, Ninten. They know you too well? Yeah, I figured as much.
花びらに線が入ってるね。内側から外側に柔らかく広がっていて、その線は養分を運ぶ。
Can't stand that Saint dude. Yeah,
役割は葉脈と同じ
yeah,
だよ。
there's definitely a lot of people. If you sometimes I get like a thread of like people arguing on Twitter about like Saint Tontos and how even like parts of the Wooba community don't want anything to do with him. And like they constantly like get in arguments with other Hoyo players, and constantly stop telling people like Saint doesn't represent our community. Stop talking about how Saint represents our community. Like we don't even want him.
花が注目されがちだけど、実は葉っぱとお花に役割の差はなくて、みんな成長するために。
YouTube algorithm works in mysterious ways. That is also the case, especially like in gacha games, where like the gacha gaming audience on YouTube is like, all things considered, it's quite a small, like very concentrated audience, and I'd say a lot of them are not easy to like nudge into your direction. Like you really got to draw them in with like some good stuff. Saint is more about Hoyo hate than Woobo love. I mean, yeah, I think most people could agree with you on that. Am I lying to her now? What's going on? I must be lying to her now. It's, was it me or someone else who pointed out Saint's chat is mostly who want to see his cosplay of Orb? If what you're referring to, Arsene, is at one point, I just briefly mentioned how, like, a lot of, like, Saint's audience is just a trickle down of, like, Tectone's audience after Tectone left Gacha Creation and went on to, like, his porch talking arc. And like a lot of Twitter posting arc, and like Tectone's audience is Saint's audience is mostly a trickle down of the Tectone audience. One of the things I mentioned specifically was like how if you looked at like Tectone's old like gacha videos, like you would see people constantly like referencing that Tectone is bald or making bald jokes, despite the fact that that has nothing to do with the context of the video. And I pointed out a similar parallel where there's a lot of like comments in Saint Tontas's chat where like they're just talking about the oiled up Chang Li cosplay and that's it. Like they're not even like engaging with the video itself at all. So that was the parallel I was trying to draw. By the way, at the time when I was still in Saint's community and the sub counter for the oiled up Chang Li cosplayer was there, I couldn't help but notice like maybe a month in that the count that we never got to the 1,500, and I came, or was it like 15,000? I can't remember. That doesn't matter. Anyways, at some point I realized that the counter is like active subscribers. So like Saint would only do the cosplay if there was like 15,000 active subscribers or something. Or no, it might be like 5. I don't remember the number, but the number was not a milestone. The number was like active subscribers, and I thought that was honestly really shitty. Like how much money do you need within like a short time span for you to like do this like joke cosplay, and then at some point the counter just didn't show up anymore. I don't think to this day he did the cosplay.
He was never going to. You really think he was going to?
Active subs is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like do you really expect? I don't expect any. I hope that like you're like a well-intentioned creator wouldn't like set like an active subs goal that's like so incredibly high, especially considering like the audience and the demographic that you cater to.
Wait, you're taking it serious? You don't think it's just a joke?
He showed off the hair for the cosplay, and that was it.
To play it up?
He showed off the wig. He showed that he had the wig, and that was about it.
Not the wig. Now you can make the argument that he's leading people on because he's showing a piece of the costume to, infer the idea that, oh shit, maybe it could happen. But if anybody thought that a man that looks like him was going to actually try and get together a Chang Li cosplay and then oil himself up, I'm sorry. You let me put it this way. You should sneak your candy into the movie theaters. Don't look at the concession stand. You probably get taken advantage of way too easily.
I know some of y'all have your own opinions about Blazion, but I'll give credit where credit's due. Blazion actually cosplayed. Blazion actually did cosplay. Here, let me pull up his Twitter for a second. This is Blazion as in the Invincible cosplay. I think this is Blazion. Is this Blazion? Happy Halloween. Okay, yeah, this is definitely Blazion in like a and then he had where's another one? Hold on.
I like how he whited the sides of his hair.
He even had like a 5K subscriber cosplay goal. Where the fuck? Wait, how far down is it? I know he tweets a lot, but I didn't realize it was this much.
You better be careful in case you find the porn.
He's not gonna. I trust Blazion to not post porn. Okay, you're not fine. Like if you're gonna be like that, then I'm just gonna pull back for a second. I remember replying to one of his cosplays. It was a Sub-Zero cosplay, and it was actually a very high quality one too. Let me scroll down and find it. And I'll just show it off for a second. But like, Blazion's cosplayed for like less, so I don't know why we're trying to like. I don't know why we're trying to suck our audience dry. Well, yeah, I guess just the love of the game. Here it is, found it. He had a 5K subscriber Sub-Zero cosplay, and I think it was a very good cosplay too. Like, damn, this is some pretty good shit. Like, if I didn't say who this was Blazion, most of you guys would probably not even notice this was Blazion.
And if you told me that it was Blazion, I would then say, who the hell is Blazion? That's how good of a costume that it is.
All right. Anyways.
Who's Blazion?
He's a Woowa creator.
Do we hate him?
I don't hate him. I don't hate I'm gonna say this right now.
Tell me what to think.
No. I don't dislike Blazion. When I started content creation, both Blazion and I started content creation at roughly the same time, and we were kind of like sort of in that circle, but we were both like fledglings that just recently started. So I kind of had like a sense of camaraderie in a way with Blazion. We absolutely do not agree on a lot of things, and you know, we might have like flung shit at each other, but for the most part, I have nothing wrong with Blazion. He does his thing, I do my thing. And for the most part, you know, we kind of like stay out of each other's business. He just repeats what Saint Tontas says. A lot of people repeat what Saint Tontas says for one reason or another. I'm not gonna hate everybody that parrots on about like say anything that might be something Saint Tontas says. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna do that for every little thing.
Is part of her hand actually insectoid? Or was it just like a glove looking?
Whatever sounds more appealing to you, so you spend money and buy her.
Well, no, like the like half of the fingers are normal.
I will repeat your opinion. The Wooba 3.0 characters are mid. Are you? Is that my opinion, or is that? Okay, that's your opinion. Okay.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
As someone who likes sci-fi, I like the 3.0 designs, but I also admit that I am in the minority. Okay? So take that as you will. Oh, I'm gonna comfort her, absolutely.
I said the other thing.
Oh, what was the other thing?
I don't remember.
Okay. You had a deep conversation with him at one point? Interesting. The only character design I don't like from version 3 is the one that just reminds me of Jade from Star Rail, and that's it.
A lot of the Echo designs are going to be mechas.
That's going to be weird.
Did this character really need the eye bandage? We look perpetually injured.
No. Well, when we get like our second form, I believe the eye bandage is gone, and we may or may not be heterochromatic. Don't.
I've seen the second form, by the way. I've just full stop. I've seen the second form, but it didn't give it to me.
Okay, the sooner we can get this second form, the better. Assuming it doesn't take it away from us again, we're stuck with this draped shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, let's get out of this eerie place. I don't even know why he let us in to begin with, but whatever.
What is my favorite blue archive design? I don't know many of them. There's like this cute girl that's like short and has like
Should I look at my favorite blue archive character?
She's like wearing a Chinese dress.
Like when I'm not horny, obviously. Come on, let's be real for a moment.
There's this character with like black hair buns and like a Chinese dress, and they're like kind of like Kisaragi.
Oh, right. It's probably Satsuki. Which is Satsuki.
It's
It's Satsuki. It's Satsuki from Blue Archive.
Blue Archive.
Satsuki, baby.
Yeah, this girl's cute.
I'm of the opinion...
She has a trench coat on, too? It's like pseudo... Not Yakuza, whatever the Chinese version is.
Oh, you're talking about the character I have on screen?
Huh? Hold on, let me look.
I'm of the opinion that Wooba didn't start getting good character designs until 2.0. What do I think? I was not a fan of Renesita or its art style.
That character, no.
And none of the designs, in my opinion, I found personally appealing and what I wanted from Wuthering Waves. That is my opinion. I also know I am in the minority in that regard, so take it as you will.
Did I say Kisaragi? I googled Kisaragi Blue Archive and I got Kisaki, and Kisaki was the one I meant.
Alright.
Are we talking about the same game? You pulled up some like weird
I
devil.
pulled up
nurse stuff.
Satsuki. I pulled up Satsuki from Blue
Is that
Archive.
yours?
Blue Archive.
Is that yours?
That's mine.
Is it your favorite?
Yeah.
Did you look at Kasaki?
Who's Kasaki?
Look up Kasaki, Blue Archive.
Cool. Blue.
That's the design I
Archive
like.
Kisaki. Is it the? Oh. I know this one. Oh, I know this one. I know this one. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Oh. It was censored. It was censored, but we're not trying our luck with that. We're not trying our luck with that.
Can you DM me what came? Actually, I'll just pull back in the VOD.
There was like white censoring on it. It's fine, guys. I can get a B. I don't want a B.
DM is crazy. No, I wanted to see what it was to know if we would get banned right here, right now. That's why I asked.
It's not bannable. It's not bannable. But I prefer just not.
You think the guy that asked if Gel Barreau is an Azure Lane character wants it for Goon?
You don't goon.
Oh no, I Goon. It's just I don't.
No, I know you don't goon. No, I know you don't goon.
Oh, there's the. Oh my gosh! If that wasn't censored, that is an instant ban. There's two of them on screen, actually. Holy shit! This was like instant ban material. Wait, why does this show up for you? When I googled Kasaki, I just got like official stuff.
I don't know.
Is it the algorithm? Is it Daddy Google? Daddy Google was like, he wants the porn again.
What'd you type in? What was the exact thing you typed in? I typed in Blue Archive Kasaki.
I just typed in Kisarage and Kasaki came up. Kasaki Blue Archive. Must be safe search? I don't think I have safe search on.
I have safe search literally off.
I assume I have it off too.
Okay, I'm looking on it on another tab. Do you want me to I'm not
No, I saw it. I literally pulled back in the stream. Saw it.
Wait, she's pissing. Oh jeez. Gross. That is.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that. I'm going to assume it's an algorithm. It is some algorithm by some computer, some Google thingy, where it's just like, yes, he wants the Blue Archive form. We will service this. And then meanwhile, this other bloke, aka me, is just like, yes, he just wants the wholesome image of the character. You need more time on those research sites? I guess I gotta do my research, guys. You gotta give me a moment.
Yeah, you need to be fucking better.
Be fucking better. I love the
I love
part in that
Shoe on
one.
Head.
I love that random part in, I don't remember where it was in one of your videos where...
Vote for me on my team, by the way.
Vote for my team, by the way.
It's perfect because it encapsulates the Woowa community. Vote for my team shits on you, and then it's like, vote for my team, by the way. Do you know why the Genshin community can get away with having shitheads? One, it's because those shitheads are just Twitter and Reddit retards. First of all, so they're not they're not like an official voice. They're not like a content creator who needs to have like a level of professionalism. But on top of that is that Genshin players don't really give a shit if you play their game or not. Wuwa players, on the other hand,
we're playing the game. We don't need someone to justify us playing the game.
Wuwa players are, on the other hand, are so desperate on trying to sell you on the game all the time.
Yeah, because they constantly feel like they need to.
Hold on.
Us Genshin players, we just play the game. We don't need someone to reaffirm our fucking time spent in this game because we ourselves reaffirm that we like it because we like it. It's just that simple. I don't need to go on the internet and Google, you know, my game good, and then see like 10 reviews of it being good and be like, oh god, I thought I made a bad mistake for once in my life. Oh god, I just want my Varka and Alice and don't want someone crashing out on over Genshin. We finally get in Varka and Alice. It is kind of, we are there. It is very interesting. He gave me donuts. He just walked over here and gave me donuts. I still got tots in my stomach, bro. You can't just walk
Don't
over
eat
and
it
give
right
me
now,
donuts.
you fat fuck.
But I'm a fat fuck.
Stop being a fat fuck.
I'm 100 pounds, by the way, guys. That's not even a joke.
No, he's like 110 or something.
Yeah.
You're 110. Shut up. It's not water weight, all right? Take your tampons out.
I know you are rage baiting, but I can't prove it.
Hey, did you say something while I grabbed the donuts that people thought you were rage baiting for?
Was I? No, I wasn't. Peepo just said that they want Varka and Alice. I'm just like, yeah, crazy. They're finally coming.
I left a block of cheese in the company fridge tomorrow, so I have to make sure to get that before my day's off.
How could you? You're fired.
Otherwise, they're just gonna see like a aluminum
Wait, what do
wrap.
you mean on your days off? Why not just tomorrow?
I might forget to after work.
Give yourself a note.
That sounds
Pumpkin or
stupid.
vanilla ice cream? Why the fuck?
Vanilla.
What do you mean pumpkin ice cream? Who the fuck? Can I time out this man?
Why?
First off, pumpkin anything. No.
Wait, what the fuck's wrong with
Second.
pumpkin pie?
A lot. Here's the
What about pumpkin spice? What about pumpkin spice?
No. There's a reason why nobody buys this shit and companies don't make it outside of the fucking holidays it's made for. It's
What do you
because
mean nobody?
fucking wants it.
What do you mean
I
nobody?
mean nobody. I generally. Why do you think they sell it only during fucking like Thanksgiving or October and never at any other point in the year? If this shit sold, they would have done it all year round. We fucking
No, it's
manufacture
artificial
vegetables and fruits
scarcity.
to
It is
go
artificial
all year
scarcity.
round.
It is
But
artificial.
pumpkin,
It is
no.
artificial.
We can't do it with pumpkin.
It is artificial scarcity so that they can raise the profits during that period of time. All right?
Can't believe I got muted for a defense of pumpkin.
Because I have to finish. We are in a debate. One person goes, the next person goes. This isn't the fucking presidential debate. This isn't the fucking presidential.
I can't mute you and you have the 30 people watching them.
This isn't Biden versus Trump, damn it. All right, we're going to take turns here.
At this point, it feels like I'm Trump because you are like the fucking people on.
I will never let you win.
No. You're
older than me. You are older than me.
You're like the fucking CNN guys that are just like, Mr. President, you need to be quiet. Mr. President, shut down. Like when they kept telling him to fucking shut up. That's you right now. You are Biden and CNN all in one person.
Bullshit, you're older.
Shit, you got me there, homie. So it's just a, you see.
You're gonna be the one. You're gonna be the one walking away to an ice cream truck.
Medicare.
You're gonna be the one walking off at random points or on a podium. All right, not me.
Gotcha games.
Also, I had like some pumpkin.
Do you guys play golf together? No, we don't. Oh.
All of 30 seconds? No, it was longer than 30 seconds.
Wasn't it 20 minutes because you had to get C-section?
Yeah, I was a C-section child.
Yeah. Donuts taste terrible.
Well, you have to remember, the Hostess donuts nowadays, the reason I don't eat the Hostess donuts nowadays is because the shell isn't like as firm anymore on the Hostess donuts. They're kind of chewy and nasty. You can try all the time. I just started buying them. Fuck off. You can just say no thank you. You can just say no thank you.
anytime we go to like a deli in like a grocery store, and like I go to try and like buy something, I'm just like, I want that thing, and he always is like, oh, it's probably dry at this point. You probably don't want it. I'm just like, I don't
Yeah,
care.
because I can look at it and see that it's been sitting in the display for hours. I can tell by the color of the breading that's been in the deep fryer, assuming the oil quality isn't like garbage. Yeah, it's been sitting there for a while. You don't want to have that. That's trash.
Meanwhile, you got, when I walked in there and gave him his, it was a little pack of 4, like 4 little mini donuts, right? He has a whole box of them.
Yeah, because I had to buy the whole box of them to get them.
They haven't been good for like 15 years. They're terrible. Why didn't you want to use the original door? What door are we talking about?
We're never gonna get anywhere in this fucking video game.
I'll have you guys know that anytime we stream like any gacha game story to each other before the streaming started, this is basically what me and him playing a video game together or like watching each other play something is like. It is what could have been a 2-hour narrative stretched to 4 hours because we will stop and just shit on each other for like 10 minutes straight or like debate a narrative plot point. Excuse me, sorry. Will we ever get a horror game stream? No, horror games are boring. There are some horror games that are able to pierce the veil, but not many of them.
How would you guys feel about Deadly Premonition? I know that's like thriller and not really horror. Do I actually have a horror game on my Steam account? Hold on, let me check.
I know I don't.
Unless you count Repo.
I think Repo counts.
What do I have that's horror? It would not be on my favorite section, because, you know.
No, shut up. Play the narrative. Get this moving. We've wasted too much time.
Okay, cool. Now it's on auto. Now I can keep scrolling.
Dude, anytime in Repo that Ghibli is on the map, that is true horror. Motherfucker is completely
that
wild.
Ghibli motherfucker. I fucking hate him. Every time Ghibli shows up, there's a good chance that we all just wiped.
By the way, for those that don't know, Ghibli, the Ghibli in Repo, we're referring to the Reaper in Repo, like the tall black.
I think his name is called Cloak.
Like white
I think his name is Cloak.
It's like Cloak or Reaper or something like that. We call it Ghibli because the first time we saw it, I was like, "Oh shit! It's like a Ghibli monster from like fucking Spirited Away."
It kills you instantly the moment it gets close to you,
and it just screeches.
Yeah, it's just dead silent. Like, we've had numerous runs where, like, we die because, like, it just shows up and kills all of us immediately, or it shows up, kills, like, half of us, and then slowly just kills us off one by one as it, like, quietly just runs around the map, and then we just turn around and just get caught in it.
Finally, you two agree on something? I beg to disagree. Hey, Ari, water tastes pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah?
See? It's not that hard.
We should do, like, the Dishonored, you're still up for whiskey and cigars tonight?
I don't drink whiskey, though.
Oh, shit. Okay, whatever.
You're a fan of Fireball, though.
Alright, whoa. It's been ages since I've gotten drunk, okay? Don't send them the wrong message.
Get drunk to drink alcohol.
When I drink alcohol, I'm getting fucking drunk.
Alright, okay.
Otherwise, it's a waste of time. And it already is a waste of time anyway.
How's waste of money? Sure. Waste of time? Like, you could just drink it while you're doing something.
Get out of the trash can, you stupid shit. The hair's clipping through the lid. Why are her ears and horns really red?
Again, I don't like the skin horn. I always thought like horns that were like skin textured or just gross.
Yeah, it's weird.
She's cold. Actually, that makes sense.
Her name is Snow. She hasn't acclimated to this shit. Some demon lord you are.
It's like if you were named Summer and you sweat really hard when it's like 60 degrees.
I know half of you guys would love that shit. Just lick up and down Summer's armpits.
Vanessa with the question.
Don't you question me. Hold on.
-1. Is this GTA roleplay?
No. Okay. I'm not having this. I'm not having this. Just give me a second.
Wait, is Summer someone you're actually
give me a second. Give me a fucking
to?
second. Give me a fucking second.
Everyone is saying who's Summer.
So hold on a second. All right, let's go down to the comments for a second. All right. Fucking I'm calling you out, Tomato, right now. Flora armpit shots. Timestamps for each one of them. In the Stellasaur video. Every time she pops up on screen. The armpit, right there. All of them. Armpit. You lick that shit, don't you, Tomato? You're here, right? He probably peaced out, didn't he?
He hasn't messaged for a while. You're calling out someone that's not even here.
He's lurking. Oh, he's lurking. He's in here. He's lurking. He's lurking. Yeah, get out of here, you fucking budget Mr. Doofenshmirtz.
Tomato's like folding laundry right now. Probably realizes the time is like, ah shit, it's kind of late. I'll just close it. I'll just like type buy and instantly close the stream. I'll watch the rest later. And then he's gonna wake up. He's gonna get home from work. We, may or may not be streaming that day. So he puts on like the VOD. And then he's just like, oh fuck. What the fuck? Thought you were gonna pull up Discord messages of me and you just shot strays.
No, Vanessa. Oh! Oh,
man, you're real good at this whole tailing thing.
I wasn't given instructions to tail him. It just says follow him.
You weren't paying attention to the cutscene then.
Sorry, I was distracted talking about fucking sweat.
Busy trying to fucking oust Tomato.
Was this NPC just gonna stare at me passionately and wondering what I'm doing?
Oh, bro, that's crazy though. Like, it's just timestamp armpits. Gotta love the hustle, man. That's a man that knows what he likes.
You posted top 10 Toho characters with this. Wait, what? Wait, you didn't have to self-report yourself that in electrical. What are you doing?
I remember that. That was funny. Here's the thing. If I had to, if you remember,
why would I search all the way back to 2023?
If you remember the historical feet versus armpit war, I would definitely lean on armpit if I had to pick.
I said feet. I think I said feet at the time. Will this turn into a reaction stream? Reacting to what? Just old Discord posts? Top 10 armpits? I don't fucking know. I don't look at armpits.
Will this turn into a reaction stream?
Shit!
What are you doing?
I'm trying to crouch walk. Okay. I'm not waiting at the cafe. Okay. Okay. Oh.
出てきたよ。お二人さん、何か注文されます？いらないいらない。ちょっと風景を眺めてるだけだから。
I have to admit, the thing to me that's crazy on some of your videos isn't necessarily like the views, like the thousands of views for someone who's relatively still new. It's seeing you have like hundreds of comments and stuff like that, like people willing to like engage with the content. Like, I think that to me is
Well,
more
it's
like
the
crazy
it's
than
the
view
subject
count.
matter in question that warrants like people having conversations about it, especially if they start getting in arguments with each other. One comment can easily turn into 20 comments if just two of the right people start butting heads with each other in the comments.
You see, I've tried to spur on some of that by just typing Genshin Impact, and that's it.
You kind of need to do harder than that.
Randomly through your. Well, here's the thing. Again, I figure that
you did a good job though when you asked if you can pay for characters in this game, and someone then replied to you saying "clown moment."
Let me see.
Oh, you haven't seen that? You didn't see that guy reply to you and say "clown moment"?
No.
Say you're a clown?
No, give me a moment. Which video was it? The Stella video?
Yeah.
Stella video.
Probably to the pin comment.
Scroll down. Pin comment. Can I buy characters? No, I don't want to spend 2 weeks to get it for free and play characters I don't want to play. Clown moment. Oh yeah? Reply. No. You are. Reply. Done. It's done.
Okay, nice.
Wait, somebody also says, I think he's being sarcastic.
Wait, they don't believe you? They don't know who you... Do they not know who you are?
No, no, that I think he's being sarcastic. This is a different person. This is somebody who commented under the clown comment.
No, but like they're saying he thinks you're sarcastic, like you're not actually gonna buy characters.
I will buy.
Yeah, so they don't know who you are.
Well, here's the thing, like, if I'm gonna grind for dupes of these characters anyway, why the fuck not? Like, what else is there? There's like nothing to spend on in this game, really.
Whale
like,
problems. Whale problems not having anything to spend money on in these games.
That's not... Fine, if you want to contextualize it like that, fine. That's not even what I meant. If there's nothing to spend money on...
I'm not saying I'm making that comment. I'm saying others will make that comment because they will, like, obviously, yeah.
If there's nothing to spend money on this game, and it's also a free game, I have no qualms horking over, like a bit of cash, because I'm already playing the game a lot, or whatever. You can buy a fish sword.
Didn't we already have the conversation about the fish sword?
I already have, like, 3 fish weapons in Genshin. I don't need another one.
Okay, but how many of those did you fish for?
You don't fish for them, you buy them. With fish. Get the lightsaber? I'm not a Star Wars
Hello,
fan.
monkey. Oh, she runs like a lolly in Genshin too. Oh boy. Lovely. Really like my last video, felt more condensed to the point about the Densu. Yeah, thank you for that. I noticed there were quite a few commenters on my Stellasaur video referencing like Tuhu's conversation about that matter. And yeah. Bids on DNA revenue said it made at least 1 mil on first report. I thought they said it made like 2.1 million. I'm not getting the lightsaber. Why are people so obsessed with Star Wars?
I don't know, because Star Wars. Like, it is the like gold standard for sci-fi.
Like I also watched Star Wars growing up. Like, it was good, but I don't think it was like that crazy.
Again, it was one of the first ones to like strike big. Same with Star Trek, albeit Star Trek is a little bit more for like a
television and for more sci-fi geeks.
Yeah, it's a bit more geeky. Star Wars is kind of like entry level geeky.
I don't know. I feel like there could be something that might be a bit more geeky than Star Wars at an entry level.
If we're talking futuristic sci-fi, I don't really think there's that many.
Would you consider cartoons like a geeky thing back in the day?
Childish more than anything. Not anymore though, obviously. When you have like Chainsaw Man and fucking Infinity Castle up for Oscars.
Okay. Sad to see Maggie ostracized. Yeah, she did get ostracized. Like I checked her channel just to like confirm that she was indeed, like, she did just stop doing like content for Wuwa, and yeah, she kind of like stopped around. I think when I double checked, it was like midpoint of like version 2. Just kind of dropped off of it, and then she did like a couple like smaller gacha games, but nothing really stuck, and then she started doing Stellasora. Yeah, I agree with you, Monkey. It is a conversation worth having. It's just that I've said this before with previous videos about Tuhu, is that I think his topics are like interesting and worth having a conversation about. It's just that the nature of the conversations warrants like someone to better represent these conversations that doesn't have so much history that lets other people just kind of poke at him and in turn damage the conversation at hand. Alright, we're going back to the scary house. He's melting people down. I don't know if Tuhu's style is a bit. Like, I'm sure like being exaggerative is like part of the bit, but if you've like watched like any of his streams, like I think like at least like maybe a quarter of it is genuine. Is this a cremator?
Yes.
Are you answering that because you know, or you're just answering that just because your vibe?
Well, it's like a morgue or whatever, yeah.
I don't see any like morgue slots. You've watched him since Fate Go? Oh yeah.
I got the pumpkin ice cream for the sake of not triggering a certain co-host of mine. Good for you.
Oh, is he gonna kill her in 5 days? We can't let that happen. He's gonna kill her in 5 days. We gotta do something about this. Really? I can now pet cats. Great. We're about to deal with the likelihood of, like, Psyche getting, like, cremated in 5 days. Like, experimented on. And then she'll die from it, and then he's gonna Oh, okay, well, I just failed an event. Who cares? We're talking about the possibility. of my waifu getting killed from medical malpractice.
行方不明になったハンターの名前が名簿にあった。おそらくだがあいつはもう。でもって、ヘンリックの戻ってくるタイミングが悪かった。あと数分でもあれば。いや、俺が下手を打ったんだ。エンドの鍵を開くのに時間をかけすぎた。だとしても。あいつが
Some days I wish our friends weren't so into RuneScape.
Yeah. Or maybe we just should be more into RuneScape. You ever thought of that?
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Love it. Great idea. Let me go hit trees for fucking 10 hours. Love it. And then work towards having the same gear that everybody else has.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, be in the next Gailanor games.
Now here's the thing, RuneScape content creators,
let's be
they make
honest.
some pretty good content, I do admit. But like the actual like game itself to play it, it's for a certain type of person. Like I just have to acknowledge that. It's just not
when you
me.
think about it, it is kind of insane how good the creators are for RuneScape.
Yeah, they make some pretty good, like, here's the thing, it is all weird, like, gimmicky, I'm going to tie my hands behind my back sort of bullshit, right? But it's in a good way, because you know, like, you know what you have to do in RuneScape to make that happen. So
You never did watch Swampletics, did you?
No. Okay. But like just the idea that you could do that is the part that makes it. Like I've got friends IRL that never played RuneScape, will never play RuneScape, but they like watching RuneScape. Baffles me he wants to be a full-time CC. I don't think there's any market for a jack of all trades, master of none. There is. There absolutely is.
What are we talking about? We talking about Tuhu, or are you talking about Saint?
I don't know who.
Because I feel like some of these conversations are kind of disjointed, or like there's way too much gap of time in between. I feel like we're maybe talking about Tuhu. Tuhu? Yeah, okay.
You can absolutely have a jack of all trades for gacha. You just need to do it in a way that's like
you got to be charismatic. All right, it's all about the charisma. It's all about the presentation. It's all about the upload consistency. No, Tuhu's problem with his content is that he spent way too much time just uploading videos about his progress of his accounts across like all the games. That's not interesting. That's not compelling content. And he just doesn't cover enough stuff or just talk about that much stuff. Because
if you were to be a jack of all trades for gachas, I think what you would need to do is you need to try and pick like a very, very, very tiny amount of them to be things you will always be like covering, right? You can say it's one of the big four or whatever, right? But then let's say over the period of like 2 months, maybe even 3 months, you pick up, let's say like 5 to 6 games. Right? Maybe slightly less, maybe slightly more. You pick up 5 to 6 games, and you're going to play those games over the next 2 to 3 months, and you're going to try and make it interesting. Maybe you drop some of them like a couple days in or a couple weeks in, that type of thing. What I'm trying to get at is that if you ever watched like a Let's Player from 10 to 15 years ago, this was kind of their content style, is that they would have like, you know, oh, I'm going to, Dead Space is out on Tuesdays, Dragon Age is out on Wednesdays, that type of thing. Like, they would have, like, kind of like a scheduled lineup of, like, which videos you would see. Sometimes that schedule wouldn't always happen, but that type of thing. You would have, like, a collection of things you would do. And just rotate through them. And then you would, after, like, 2 to 3 months, you would then swap it out for new stuff. And obviously the main point is you need yourself to be... Shut up, she's sad. We are well past that point. I'm sorry, buddy. We've been talking the whole time.
病気を患ってしまったのさ。大したことじゃないが、再起は療養が必要だ。しばらく会いに来ないでくれ。
再起、私と一緒に散歩に行かない？ほら、気晴らしにね。二人で外の空気でも吸おう。ダクリコに行きたいな。わかった。
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes more sense, monkey.
So we're gonna... I'm focusing on the story right now, and I'm not thinking about usernames at this moment. So when you say, yeah, that sounds right, monkey.
Jujitsu-less monkeys.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You've never seen that scene?
That's quite the very noblest obliged thing for you to say right now.
Nobly so obliged. Is that a meme from somebody else? Alright, chat, don't worry. I won't be super talky when it matters.
That is the weird thing about Tuhu, is that he tries to play all these games, but you start to like see you begin to like see the cracks with Tuhu's like ability to like accurately answer questions and stuff, because while I have my own opinions about the people who do call out Tuhu, it does seem like he does put himself in situations where there are some inaccuracies to what he's saying, or his his observations of things. I can't think of anything off the top of my head at this very moment right now.
You've always been accurate, especially that time when you said Wuwa polls in the shop reset monthly and not patchly. On point, my man.
I don't give a shit about whether or not I was right about that or not. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't cover Wuwa, and that's for a reason, because I'm not interested. I don't have to pretend to be interested in Wuwa. I'm just not gonna.
I'm just poking fun.
My waifu's over here is about to die from polio in 5 days and then be cremated. Okay, I got to do something about this right now. Also, I'm pretty sure I saw that formation in Monster Hunter Wilds, just with a rock formation and not a tree thing. I want to walk with her. Is there even a walk button on this game?
No. They can walk, though. I'm pretty sure she's behind you. No, she...
I think I just saw some screen tearing there. I need to double check the VSync.
I didn't see anything.
Oh,
I'm not a good barometer for that, though.
Okay.
One of these days we'll play co-op.
How nice of them to not put any enemies here, so I don't have to worry about shooting blokes. Is this where she's going to mention something about the flower that's symbolic about her? Is it something about like how like its it can't exactly like live outside of its environment? No? Okay. Chaotic and Vulcan? I think I remember Vulcan when Tower Fantasy was coming out. I think I looked at Vulcan's guides for like what starter characters are worth pulling for in Tower Fantasy. And that's how I learned about like how Tsubasa was like pretty meta, it was like still meta relevant in the earlier stages of Tower Fantasy, which is good because Tsubasa is the one that I wanted. Well, technically, I wanted Meryl at the start of Tower Fantasy, but then I slowly shifted towards Tsubasa, and then she became my main. There's times on his streams where he kind of rants about the gacha he is playing. Like, if you want to defeat the so-called rats, you gotta just try to lead by example. Yeah, that's what I agree with you on that. Like, you just need people who to lead by example, so that they expose themselves in like a in a Sun Tzu, never interrupt your opponent kind of way. Also, quite a few times, like, I've been in Tuhu's chat, and he can go on ranting for like longer than I've seen like any CC can before getting back to like playing the game. Like, I was around when he was doing the Fate collab for Honkai Star Rail on stream, and he was like chatting like for 30 to 40 minutes, like every 1 or 2 lines of dialogue. So like, I don't know, it took him like 7 or 8 hours to like finish the story on that, I think, if I recall.
You think we can beat that record tonight?
No. Absolutely not. Fake collab was rough? Yeah, it was.
Just look at it as a shitty way to get your saber, okay? Just don't even think past it.
But you have to pull for saber.
Yeah.
Can't beat the record. Who said I wanted to try and beat the record? This is an interesting way for me to unlock the camera feature.
If this game was a gacha, I feel like half the features that are held off would have been thrown at you in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah. You gotta have that share button, like, gotta have that share button, like, front and center. So people can take random fucking shots of, like, wherever, or, like, whatever dumbass NPC and just flood Twitter with it to remind you that, hey, this is a game that you should be playing.
I should do that, but just take pictures of walls.
You'd have to get a Twitter account.
Yeah.
And the plan goes out the window immediately.
At least the Fate collab is successful. You think a bunch of fucking anime-obsessed losers, myself included, were not gonna get Saber?
I mean, she's also just out for a year, like a 1-year banner. So, like, at any point, anyone can come in and just, like, spend money and get Saber if they want, regardless of whether or not how they feel about the actual game.
By the way, that's like the first time I've seen a collab that was longer than just one cycle.
I would never.
This is the longest collab I've ever seen in any of these games.
I would never start playing a game just because of a collaboration. The closest thing that happened is anytime Payday 2 would come out with a DLC that you had to own another game for. At which point, I did that all the time. The only reason I got into Hotline Miami, and Hotline Miami became a game that I 100%ed and got like A+ or S's in like every stage in the first and second game, is because there was the jacket character pack in in Payday 2. When I first started playing Hotline Miami, I started on the second game. And the second game was a lot more unfit. It had a lot of bullshit in it when compared to the first game. But suffice to say, when you play and finish the second game, and then you go play the first game is just far easier to just get through. Oh, you started Limbus for the Arknights collab? See, I didn't know Limbus was gonna have the Arknights collab, but I started playing like a week before the Arknights collab. So it was just coincidental. Is she actually gonna be blind by the end of this? Also, I need to double check her eyes when she opens her eyes. I need to double check if like she's actually like lost color in her eyes.
I'm pretty sure they're the same color.
Okay, they're the same color.
Oh, so that's not the same type of blindness.
Camera now unlocked.
There's blindness that doesn't cause like that kind of discoloration.
You're a big Arknights fan. Did you start playing Rainbow Six because of the Arknights collab? Did Rainbow Six was that one a one-sided collab where like Arknights would put content in, Arknights would get Rainbow Six content, but Rainbow Six would not get Arknights content?
Yeah, I don't think it was reciprocal.
By the way, I hate one-sided collabs so much. It just feels disingenuous.
Well, it's literally just the one getting the collab attempting to piggyback.
R6 got a cheat keychain? Yeah, figures.
Destiny collab. Like, when they put the fucking Fortnite shit in there.
I almost bought that. I was literally on the shop just contemplating it. I literally reinstalled Destiny, like...
Because that was your favorite outfit. That was your favorite outfit in Fortnite.
Yeah. I never thought Destiny was a good... I'm putting my opinions out there. I never thought Destiny was a good game to begin with. So, that's my 2 cents on the matter.
I think it was a good game back in like the, you know, the late Xbox 360 times and like the early Xbox One, you know, your PlayStation equivalent times, under the concept of just being like, you know, kind of one of those like turn your brain off kind of play FPS games. But then as more games started to go into like, oh, you need to play constantly and there's going to be these evolving worlds and there's going to be all this new content and blah blah blah, then Destiny just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, it was the drift.
It couldn't keep up on the very thing that it itself, in a way, was trying to be one of the pioneers of. Just couldn't keep up. For one reason.
It was the drift skin for Warlocks. But then I realized, well, I didn't just realize. I'm someone who likes Titan in Destiny. I just
Destiny 1 was good and Destiny 2 was downhill. Yes, that's exactly where I'm going with this. I think Destiny 1, while Destiny 1 was rough, like no doubt about it, it was still like the fun proof of concept kind of game, while Destiny 2 was like, okay, you should have had the shit put together by now, and it's still kind of like here and there, like, come on guys, what are you doing? I'm so happy that these games are now highlighting their text in color, because as a stupid teenage girl, I don't understand subtext of dialogue. So when they put the negative thing in red, I really understand. It really helps me. I'm a Destiny fan till EOS at this point. Oh, good luck with that. I guess foolish is in your name after all. I gotta admit, the city looks really badass from that angle.
It's very oppressive. Hello, Maze Moon. It's alright, we're gonna save you, alright? We're just gonna need like a day or two. We got 5 days.
We are doing all right. We are waiting for Ari to unlock co-op. I've already unlocked co-op. I'm just waiting for him.
Your dad's here. Why was that audio quiet?
城の外は安全じゃない。もう随分と長く外にいるが。
ごめんなさい。わかった。す サイキ、私の言ったこと忘れないでね。今夜午前2時、ヒプノスの家の南、劇場のチケット売り場の近くで。あ、バイバイ。
What's up? How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I don't know. I don't know how much longer I can really squeeze in right now because I've got like a pretty early morning shift. I'll keep going though. We'll just see where it goes.
You've got maybe like 40 minutes left, 30 minutes.
Okay. I think I can lock in. I can lock in, can I? Did I just lose my cloak there for a second? Like my cloak didn't render.
You can actually take the cloak off right now. Like it's just an accessory.
Thanks for that, buddy. Are you looking for me? Well, you're dead. See ya, buddy. Is that a body bag?
マジか。よりにもよってお前に捕まるとは。まあ頼むよ、嬢ちゃん。
この人。あなたが
Damn, the kid's dead.
彼は盗みはしたけど死刑になるほどの罪。
大きな声を出すなって。俺じゃないって言ってるだろ。俺の名前はケビン。アイスレイク城の外周警備部隊に所属している。そんでこの不運な野郎はハール。母親が早くに亡くなっちまってから、こいつは3度の飯より喧嘩三昧な生活でな。家族からは
Gotta say, well, yeah, I do.
なって口酸っぱく言われたが、ある日こいつはこそこそと俺を訪ねてきた。
It's called Duet Night Abyss after all. You can't be solo Night Abyss.
貸してくれたの。酔っ払いに殴られただの。
会食って。
カロンの癖して会食を知らないのかよ。お前本当に帝国人か。ああ、なるほど。カミラもそんなこと言ってたっけ。会食ってのはカロンにしか現れない特殊な病だ。かかったらもう救いようがない。
My waifu is diseased? Surely he's got a cure for
み
it.
たいなカロンは10代の時に何か力が覚醒する。だが誰しもうまく覚醒できるわけじゃないんだ。何をどこで違えるのかさっぱりだが、ついてない連中は永住になっちまう。
Solo Night Abyss sounds so depressing.
永住なんかとは全然違う。
Either that or just a
もし永食者が
Souls-like
街に
game.
現れたら一大事だ。居合わせた人間は運を天に任せるしかない。これでなんで空族がカロン族を恨んでるか分かっただろう。みんなカロン族の血に邪悪な魔力が宿ってるせいだと思ってる。俺は正直に言うと半信半疑なんだけどな。真っ青な顔して俺のとこに来たのが半月くらい前かな。さすがにかくまってはやれなかった。会食者をかくまうのはフォーセイ君の連中をかくまうのと同じく重罪。聞いた話じゃ人の金に手をつけて現行犯逮捕されたんだとか。
Put him down. What did he do?
どうなるかって、盗みを働いた自業自得だって言われりゃそれまでだが、長いこと友人だったやつなんだ。
ちょっと待って、質問させて。
俺もそんなに詳しくないぞ。昔聞いた話だと理性を失って騒ぐやつもいれば他人からの受け売りだけどな。詳しく知りたいなら医者にでも聞いてくれっていう。
兵隊さん、ある人について正直に教えてほしい。
We can't lose our Astalus
カ
waifu.
メラって言うんだけど知っているかな。
お前さ、勘弁してくれよ。帝国軍の
Or whatever the fucking monster in Monster Hunter is called.
ヘンリック・エセルレッドについて何か知っていない？
ヘンリック・エセルレッド、宿屋の主の？ 待てよ。まあでも性格やばいからな。宿へ泊まりに行った人間が何度もお払い箱を食らったり。
How you liking the game so far? Says John.
This is definitely a game I feel like I'm gonna need to put a lot more time into before I can formulate an opinion. I'm still kind of like in the hand-holding phase.
It is. Admittedly, it did feel like it's pretty much like all just kind of like narrative setup up until like co-op release. So, I mean, there's content you and I can play right now. We're just actively waiting for co-op. Like, there's dungeons. There's like commissions, there's missions, there's all that shit. But you and I are actively waiting till we unlock co-op first. Also, I'm like account level 27 already. It isn't like max not that high. So in theory, like, the tutorials will end pretty quickly.
どこにでもいる普通の三人家族
Yeah, Monkey, I don't really know the significance of the Fate Go Lotto event. So whatever you're saying doesn't really mean anything to us. We've never played Fate Go. We don't know the significance of any of the items.
I thought you said CSGO Lotto for a moment, I gotta be honest.
Doing the endgame or finish the entire main story? Not one of those.
上官があいつと酒を飲んでいた時、娘さんはどうしたのかって聞いてみたらしい。なあ、違うよ。知ってることは全部話した。だから見逃してくれよ。せめてフィルムを俺に渡せって。たく、純朴な田舎者みたいな面して、やることがえげつないんだよ。
それじゃ、ケビン長官。
おい、話は終わりか。どこに行くんだ。おいってば。誰にも言わないって約束したよな。必ず約束は守っ。
Oh. This next part.
Next part?
I don't know why, but you cannot do the next main story quest until you finish like a super short mini quest line that involves fishing. That's like
bruh.
North of you.
I've been eating into my sleeps, into my like potential 8 hours of sleep like for a little bit now. I don't think I have the time to be mucking around with fishing now. We might just have to call it tonight and just pick it up tomorrow.
If you open your map, it's the quest that's like 20 meters north of you. It's like really close to you where you're standing. I don't know why, but you have to do that fish. It's
right here?
fishing. No, north of you, of where you stand on the map. That dedicated chef. It's a mini quest line for fishing. I don't know why it is a forced requirement for main story, but it is.
Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna have to cut it here. Yeah. Hold on. Is there? Okay, we'll just. Did I get poles? I'll wait and get one more. I don't want to exactly just do singles just right now. Okay.
On the standard outfit, or you thought you were trying to get the limited outfit?
Well, I can't use the standard poles on the limited outfit. Duh.
Why would you even want that limited outfit, standard outfit?
Why the I don't know. Why do I, with my own set of preferences in, like, cosmetics for characters, would have my own set of preference for cosmetics and characters?
You like the jellyfish girl? No, I meant the standard outfit. The standard.
What? Wait, what? What
you were talking about standard poles.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You were talking about standard poles.
Okay, what about it? What was your question?
You like the jellyfish girl?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
I can't pull? You heard Psyche. Gambling's fun.
Fair enough.
Bruh.
Psyche? Your waifu said that?
No! Okay, you're so out of the loop right now. It's a YouTuber by the name of Psyche, with like an IE at the end, alright? He got lambasted for like a fucking Do It Nice Biz video he did. And one of the things he said was, gambling is fun.
Oh, okay, I remember.
Great, okay, good. I'm glad we're on track with that. All right. All right, we're closing things out for the night. I'll pick this back up tomorrow. Don't know exactly when, but yeah. It's been
Hope you guys enjoy.
Been a nice little hangout. Y'all have a nice night.
Just chill night, yelling at each other as per usual. Tater tots. Good night.
Bye-bye.